Nay higher, I'm here. Izuku, okay, are we going? Nay higher, yes, but where? Izuku, I was planning to go to the mall. Nay higher, it's okay. Smiling. Nay higher was dressed casually without her UA uniform just like Izuku. Just like Izuku. As they walked towards the mall, Nay higher bombarded her with questions since they hadn't seen each other for a few months. Nay higher, Izuku, are you still training in that forest? Izuku, not anymore. Because I destroyed it in a fight against Malim. Nay higher, what? I love that lake so much. Izuku, I'm sorry, but I'm surprised you didn't know. I mean, it was on the news and everything. If I remember correctly, they headlined it as the strange explosion that devastated the entire forest. Nay higher, what? Was it you? Izuku, yes, who else? Nay higher, I see. With a drop of sweat and tell me, who won? Izuku, he stands in front of Nay higher and points at himself, of course the great Izuku Usajiyama. Did you ever doubt it? Nay higher, sighs, I guess it wasn't that easy either, was it? Laughing mockingly. Izuku, TSK. Let me show off a little, okay? Pouting. Nay higher, sorry, tell me how the battle went without skipping any details. Izuku, it's okay. Smiling. For the rest of the way, Izuku described in detail the fight he had with Malim. They arrived at the mall and decided to go to a cafe, sitting at a table by the window. Waitress, what will the couple want? Nay higher, C couple? Blushing W, we're not a C couple. Yet. Waitress, I see. Sorry. Izuku, and it's a reaction? Looks at her with intrigue, I'm going to want a coffee and cheesecake. Waitress, okay, and the lady? Nay higher, another coffee and strawberry cake. Waitress, okay, you'll have it in a few minutes, leaves. Izuku, how was your start in third? Nay higher. Nay higher, mine? Fine, I guess. I was declared one of the big three of the UA. Izuku, 3 big ones? What's that? The oldest ones? Laughs mockingly. Nay higher, with a swollen vein on her forehead, you make that joke again. And you won't see it tomorrow with an aura of death. Izuku, oh okay, I won't do it anymore. Nay higher, sighs, the big three are the 3 strongest and the ones who will be closest to reaching the top 10, or so it was until you arrived. But nobody knows that yet. Although I don't think it will take long for you to stand out, shaking head and raising shoulders, especially you. Izuku, hey. That offends me. Nay higher, it was a compliment, laughing. Izuku, ah. Then, thank you. Smiling. Waitress, here is what you ordered. Izuku / nay higher, thank you. Nay higher, and you, Izuku? How was your start at the UA? Izuku, the truth is that it was more fun than I thought, explains everything that happened to him when he started at the UA. Nay higher, I see. So you met your sensei's son, huh? Izuku, yes, he is a very nice person, smiling. Nay higher, I'm glad, and about tomorrow's trip, I think the 3 older ones will also go. The director said that we will accompany a lower class tomorrow. Izuku, so you're coming with us, huh? Nay higher, yes, smiling, I'll be watching you, joking. Izuku, yeah. Rolling eyes. They continued eating their food while having a pleasant conversation. They left the cafeteria and walked around the mall while talking until Izuku sees an interesting store and decides to separate from Nay higher for a moment. Izuku, Nay higher, wait for me here, I'll be right back. Leaving. Nay higher, huh? Wait. Sighs, what can I do? Izuku heads towards a jewelry store. At first glance you could tell it was expensive, but Izuku didn't care. Saleswoman, hello, ma'am. Izuku raises a hand before you say anything. I'm a boy, now yes, I can talk, lowers my hand. Saleswoman, EA? Oh okay, excuse me, sir. What can I help you with? Something for your girlfriend? Izuku, girlfriend? Not yet. Whispering the last bit is for a friend. Shop assistant, I see. This youth laughs, what did you want? Izuku, that necklace over there, pointing to a display case near the window. Saleswoman, are you sure, sir? It's quite expensive. Izuku, no problem. Saleswoman, okay, wait a moment. The clerk leaves and appears a few seconds later with the necklace. Saleswoman, here you have it, sir, the cost of this piece is 305. Saleswoman, here you have it, sir, the The cost of this piece is 305,532.55 yen, if you please puts the card machine in front. Izuku, it's okay. Good thing I brought mom's card with me. Will she kill me? Nah, I don't think so. Happy and naive, swipes the card without any problems. Saleswoman, thank you very much for your purchase, bows politely. Izuku leaves the store and heads towards Nehire, who had her back to him. Izuku, boo! Scaring Nehire from behind. Nehire, ah! Turns around alarmed but calms down when she sees it's Izuku. How many times have I told you not to do that? Izuku, sorry, no more, okay? Winks to excuse me, take this. Gives him a box with a ribbon, it's a gift. Nehire, Izuku. Thank you. Hugs him and brings Izuku's face to her chest without realizing such action. What is it? What is it? What is it? She says excitedly while hugging Izuku. Izuku, Ara? I didn't know you were so direct, Nehire-chan. Nehire realizes where she is. Izuku, I'm sorry. Very blushing. I didn't mean. I. Izuku, I think it restarted. How adorable, smiles happily. How about you open it, Nehire? Nehire, ah. That's right. Nehire slowly opens the box to give it more excitement, and her eyes gradually went from joy to great surprise and amazement when the necklace with the beautiful light blue jewel was shown. Nehire, Izuku, this must be very expensive. I can't accept it. Izuku, come on. I bought it just to see how it looks on you. Accept it now, it's yours. Smiles kindly. Besides, that jewel wouldn't look good on anyone else but you. Winks. Nehire, blushing, it's okay, thanks. Nehire puts on the necklace and Izuku is impressed by how well it looks on her. Nehire, so? How are you? Does it look okay? While spinning around. Izuku, you look beautiful. Blush. Nehire, baka. Blushes, I'm sure it's not very expensive, it looks too good. Izuku, don't worry, it's not very expensive, whispering also, I paid with mom's card, I hope she doesn't notice. Nehire, huh? Izuku, nothing, smiling. Elsewhere in the city, the current heroine number 5 is seen patrolling the streets. She stops because she received a text message on her cell phone. Rumi looks at the message, which says, a payment of 305,532.55 has been imported to her card for the purchase of a piece of jewelry at the store in the mall in. Rumi, Izuku, the rabbit shouts angrily at the expensive purchase made by her son. Returning with Izuku, he was in front of the light-haired girl's house saying goodbye. Izuku, why did I feel a chill? Goodbye Nehire, I had a great time today, see you tomorrow. Nehire, bye, Izuku. And thank you so much for the gift. I love it. Each one goes their own way, Izuku towards his house and Nehire entering hers. Nehire's mother, so that's your boyfriend, huh? He's more handsome than I imagined, laughing mockingly. Nehire, Mom. He's not my boyfriend. Mother Nehire, yes, whatever you say, let's go, it's dinner time. Izuku arrived home happily and opened the door finding an albino rabbit standing in front of him. Izuku, Mom? What are you doing standing there? Rumi, Izuku Usajiyama. What is this, pointing to the message on his phone? Izuku, okay. Forgive me? Puppy face. Rumi, damn. When he makes that face it's impossible to deny him anything. Damn spoiled brat. Hiding the flip-flop, not at all. You'll be without pay for a few months. Izuku, huh? How many? Scared. Rumi, until you are seen to repent. Izuku, I am. I swear. Thus, Izuku escaped the greatest punishment created by humanity, your mother's flip-flop. The punishment he received was the best thing that could have happened to Izuku. Thus, it was time to sleep, waiting for the USJ field trip tomorrow. Nehire/Izuku, wait. Could today be considered a date? And yes, the two hadn't realized it, but today's event could be considered a date. It was morning and Izuku was heading towards UA, but his phone started ringing and Malim's number appeared on the screen. Izuku picks up the call. Yeah? Malim? Malim, Izuku. I need you to do me a favor. Izuku sighs, depends on which one. Malim, you see. Today is the sweet fair. Izuku, and? Malim, what do you mean, and you don't understand? It's the fair where the most extravagant, exquisite, and rare sweets of all are. Izuku, Malim. I think I'm not following you. How does this affect the favor you wanted to ask me? Malim, well, I need you to tell Sensei Caterpillar that I'm sick and I won't be able to go today. Izuku, Malim. Are you stupid? You know they notify your parents about late school when classes end, right? Besides, we have to go to the USJ today. Malim, Kukaku. I'm not as stupid as you think, Izuku. I already knew that and I came to the conclusion of. If it's for the candy fair, the punishment will be worth it. Izuku sighs with all this genius. It didn't occur to you to go in the afternoon? Malim, impossible. They'll be giving out free candy samples in the morning, and I won't miss them. Just do me a favor, okay? Izuku, whatever you want, I'm not responsible for what they do to you after. Malim, thanks. Hangs up. After the call with his best friend Izuku finally arrived at UA, where a bus could be seen with Class 1A lining up to get in and Aizawa and 3 upperclassmen at the front of the line. Aizawa, Usajiyama, you're late. Izuku, sorry, I got distracted. Aizawa, okay. And Tatsuma? He always comes with you and he hasn't arrived yet. Izuku, Malim is sick, she won't come today. Aizawa, I see. Although we didn't receive the call from her parents to let them know that she was sick, looks at him suspiciously. Izuku, don't look at me. That's what she told me, putting her arms behind her head. Aizawa sighs, well. Now that you're all here, it's time to explain what we're going to do, before you get on the bus. Aizawa, okay, today we'll be doing natural phenomenon rescue drills, that's what the USJ was created for. Today we'll be accompanied by the 3 greats of UA. These are the 3 people who are closest to becoming top 10 heroes after graduating. Looks at the 3, introduce yourselves. Mirio, hello. Raising hand, I'm Mirio Tagata. One of the big 3 of UA, my quirk is called penetration and it allows me to go through anything. I know. How about we have a battle? Aizawa, calm down Tagata, there's no time for fighting. Mirio, with a disappointed face, it's okay. Izuku, so Tin-Tin-kun was one of the strongest in UA. I didn't know he was so intense. Rengoku, is it me or does it look like Tin-Tin? Nehire, now me. Hello everyone. I'm Nehire Hato, and I'm one of the strongest in UA. My quirk is called Surge, it allows me to manipulate and generate spiral shock waves from my life energy. Kirishima, what a beautiful lady. Kaminari, what a beauty. Mineta, don't even mention it. What a curve. Izuku, grabbing Mineda's head in annoyance, Yubita-kun, you don't learn, do you? Why don't you just keep quiet? With a malicious smile. Mineta, why yes Izuku-sama. Very scared. Nehire, smiles, thanks Izuku. Aizawa, stop messing around, aren't you going to show up? Aizawa looks back where he sees a boy crouching down looking at the ground with an aura of depression. Tamaki, thinks they are potatoes. If they are potatoes. You can do it Tamaki, you are one of the big 3, I know I can, stands up and with the little courage he has, he starts to speak. Almost everyone, how scary. Tamaki, I. T Tamaki a image G key. My WW. Nehire, sighs, you will never change. He is Tamaki Imagiki, his quirk is called manifestation, it allows him to manifest characteristics of anything he has eaten. Despite his low self-esteem he is truly strong, even if he acts like that. Aizawa, okay, enough with the introductions, everyone get on, pointing at the bus. Everyone listens to Aizawa and gets in. Izuku and Nehire both sit in the back and in front of them were Rengoku and Tsuyu. Tsuyu, Usajiyama-san. Izuku, tell me, Frog-chan. Tsuyu, I'm a sincere person and when I have a question I like to ask to clarify it. I hope I'm not bothering you, but what is your quirk? We've seen you make a black fire and you have a lot of strength, do you have 2 quirks? Everyone would look at Izuku with intrigue since he had never said his quirk, and everyone wondered how it worked, especially a bicolor who upon hearing 2 quirks strangely put all his attention on the conversation that was going to take place. Izuku, was that it? Well, I won't tell you what my quirk does exactly since if you know you'll know my weaknesses, but I don't have 2 quirks, it's one that allows me to do some things, of course. Although mine aren't quirks. Tsuyu, I think. I just got more confused. Almost everyone nods. Tsuyu, well. I'm also curious about Rengoku-sans. Everyone would look at Rengoku because they don't know much about his either. Rengoku, ha, I think I'll copy Izuku's tactics, I won't say mine since once you know it, it has a pretty clear weakness, and it's not water, that's all I can say. Kirishima, how mysterious. But very manly. Momo, well, I think they're right, you don't like people to know your weaknesses. Aizawa, silence everyone, we have arrived. Almost everyone, wow. This is the USJ. Floods, landslides, fires, etc. It is a practical training area to simulate all types of disasters and accidents, and its name is Ultimate Space for Jams, USJ. Uraka, kya. It's 13. I love 13. Izuku, the hero who works phenomenally helping in natural disasters, huh? Aizawa, hey 13, where's All Might? 13, they told me that his time was up because he was doing hero work. Aizawa, that guy. 13, well, I'll explain what we'll be doing here, today. Izuku, interrupts a caterpillar-san and astronaut-kun thing. Aizawa, yes? Usajiyama? Izuku, are you expecting a visit from a lot of angry people? Aizawa, what? No, as far as I know, all that's needed is All Might. We're not expecting anyone else, let alone someone angry. Why? Izuku, then this is going to get ugly. Pointing towards the center of the facility. Aizawa, what? Turns around. You see a black mist appear where many people begin to emerge and three that stand out from the rest, a person covered in mist, one with ash-colored hair with a hand on his face and a black chicken on steroids? Aizawa, back off everyone. Those are villains. Almost all, villains? Izuku, this can't be good. Question mark, Eraserhead and number 13. All Might is supposed to be there, says with visible annoyance. We went through so much trouble to find him and he's not there. I wonder if he'll appear if he kills those kids over there. Ha ha ha, laughs psychotically. Almost everyone gets scared when they hear what the villain said. Aizawa, everyone get out of here and go tell UA. Except for the big three, we'll need your help to hold on. The entire class except Izuku, Rengoku, Todoroki and Bakugo would start running towards the exit but would be intercepted by a black fog. I'm afraid I can't let you escape. He would cover everyone except Izuku and Rengoku in a black mist to make them disappear and send them scattered towards where the other villains are. Oh? You two have dodged my portal, how? Izuku, so that was a portal, huh? Uses his Divine Eyes ability, current name, Kurogiri, species, Nomu, quirk, Warp Gate, allows him to create portals using his black mist. The coordinates of the place are needed to transport living and non-living beings. Izuku, what's your current name? And what's a Nomu? Wait. Isn't it human? What are you? You're not human, right? Rengoku, what? He's not human? Looks at Izuku in surprise. Kurogiri, how do you know? Question mark, ha ha ha, that's Nomu. Well done. Izuku would turn towards where the voice comes from and would see an Aizawa destroyed by the chicken on steroids and the villain with a hand on his face, laughing like crazy. The big three are busy defeating the villains, who although they are not very powerful are many and cause a lot of annoyance. Question mark, I expected nothing less from Nomu, who is made to defeat All Might, laughs psychotically. Izuku, to defeat All Might? Uses Divine Eyes, name, Nomu, species, Nomu. Nomes are one or more human corpses used to create a sentient being with multiple quirks, hyper-regeneration, brutal strength and shock absorption, yep. It's literally made to fight All Might. Astronaut Akun, take care of the fog, I'll help Oruga-san. Kyojuro, could you help the big three? Rengoku, ha ha ha, leave it to me. Izuku. 13, what? It's dangerous to escape. It doesn't end as the two disappeared from there, leaving 13 surprised and alone with Kurogiri. Izuku, Ara? You sure look bad, Caterpillar-san. Question mark, TSK, what are you doing here, brat? Aizawa, you Usajiyama. Escape. Izuku, calm down, Caterpillar-san, I'll take care of the chicken on steroids. Question mark, ha 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 ha. Don't talk nonsense, brat, he's made to defeat All Might. Someone like you won't be able to even scratch him. Nomu, finish him. And he doesn't finish speaking because Izuku, very annoyed, punches the guy in the face, sending him flying. Izuku, I'm a boy. Maul. It doesn't end because the Nomu sends Izuku flying because he was distracted. Aizawa, you Usajiyama. Izuku, coming out of the dust window, damn. That hurt, you know? You definitely have incredible strength. Now it's my turn, right? Izuku would take out his dragon wings to gain more speed and head towards the Nomu at an incredible speed, hitting him and sending him flying. Izuku, don't tell me that's all? The Nomu would rise and like a beast it would head towards Izuku. These two would exchange blows with the Nomu taking the lead. Izuku would use the energy generated thanks to the Nomu to surpass him in strength, delivering a combo of blows towards the humanoid's solar plexus, but it seems it does not have that much effect on him. Izuku, sighs damn. The blows don't affect you much, right? Question mark, cough. Cough. Brat. The Nomu has shock absorption, it's obvious that you won't hurt him, be glad you held out longer than your teacher, now Nomu kill him. The Nomu would follow orders and launch itself towards Izuku to try to hit him, but Izuku would cover himself with his arms which would absorb most of the damage. Izuku, it seems I'll have to get serious. Unsheaths his katana tries to keep up with me. Izuku would distribute the energy gained throughout his body and would launch himself towards the Nomu, giving him several cuts. The Nomu would try to defend himself trying to connect some blow towards Izuku, but Izuku would only cover himself with his katana the blows of the Nomu. Izuku, since you're not human, it doesn't matter if I cut off your arm, right? With that said, Izuku would launch himself towards the Nomu again but with a higher killing intent than before, managing to give the Nomu multiple cuts and managing to cut off both of its arms. Izuku, you really aren't human, no blood has come out of any cut I've made. Izuku would remain silent as the Nomu would regenerate his arms. Question mark, ha ha ha, you like the Nomu's hyper regeneration? No matter how hard you try and cut it, it'll regenerate, Nomu. Stop playing around and finish it off. Izuku, ha 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 ha, so regeneration huh? Too bad this is over. Question mark, huh? What are you saying? Izuku would begin to draw his black fire through his katana and would launch himself towards the Nomu which was already coming towards Izuku. Izuku, 7th heavenly flare, 3rd flare. Saying these words the fire would completely cover the edge of the katana, the two crossed and in a flash the two would stay behind each other, but suddenly the Nomu would lose its 4 limbs, arms and legs, from the cut part a black fire comes out. Question mark, I've already told you, no matter what you do, no he would realize that the Nomu doesn't regenerate what the hell? What have you done? Nomu regenerate. Scratches his neck violently, leaving marks. Izuku, calm down, it's normal that he can't regenerate after all my hellfire prevents all types of regeneration smiles looking at the villain. Kurogiri, Shigaraki. We're leaving. Shigaraki, no. I have to finish him off. Kurogiri, impossible. We underestimated these kids. I was able to defeat 13, but the one with the fire hair, once he headed towards the villains who were with us, he didn't take long to finish them all off. That boy is a monster. And apparently the blue boy is too, if we don't get out of here we'll lose. Shigaraki, I refuse. I'll finish with E. He couldn't finish because Kurogiri enveloped him with his fog, making the two disappear. Izuku, sighs damn. I didn't have time to react, what is Malim doing? Damn dragon, I'll keep this one for myself. Meanwhile, on the other side of town. Announcer, and this year's winner, the one who can eat the most candy, is Malim Tatsuma. Young Tatsuma comes up on stage to collect his award. Malim goes up and receives the award. I dedicate this to my best friend. I'm sure he'll be proud of me with an innocent smile. Presenter, sure. To continue. Back to USJ. Izuku, when I see her I'll hit her. It didn't end because you hear the USJ door being smashed and All Might appearing. Sorry for the delay, I'm already here. He fell silent upon seeing the present scene. Izuku, you're late, steroids-kun. Usajiyama Shonen, what happened? Izuku would explain to All Might everything that happened. Upon hearing this the number 1 hero began to apologize for not having been present, but is comforted by Izuku who tells him that nothing serious happened, except for Aizawa, who is serious. It's still surprising that you were able to defeat an enemy that was made to defeat me, I'm proud of you Usajiyama Shonen. Thumbs up. Izuku, thanks, the most important thing now is to call the heroes and an ambulance. By the way, the chicken with steroids, since it is not human, I decided to incapacitate it because its regeneration is very strong and it would be a problem to have it whole. I see. You will be a great hero, I have no doubt, you analyzed everything perfectly, maybe you can help us on that mission. I'll tell Nezu. Ambulances arrived to take away the injured, leaving those who were not injured a few days off before resuming classes. That afternoon, a very angry Izuku would go to reprimand Malim for the indirect sellout she made them, but seeing her so happy with her trophy, he couldn't say anything to her.